Hey, thanks to Electrovolt, the new plasmid from Ryan Industries, all the power we need is at our fingertips. Watch this.
Try Electrovolt, available at any Gatherer's Garden.
The game's already started and the lousy grill won't light.
Let me try, honey. I bet I can fix it in a snap.
Just look at that fire go! Was that Incinerate, the new plasmid from Ryan Industries?
You bet. Don't let the big game pass you by. Check out your local Gatherer's Garden and evolve today.
Well, there goes my career. I invite the boss to our cocktail party, and now we run out of ice for the drinks.
Don't sweat your career. Winter Blast is here.
Would you look at all that ice? Thanks, Winter Blast.
Say au revoir to your next faux pas with Winter Blast from Ryan Industries. Evolve today.
Hello! Oh, let me just blow out the mic real quick. It's so sensitive now. What changed? Welcome. We're back. This is Bioshock 2. Do you want to know an interesting fact about Bioshock 2? I'm actually playing music from a menu, or not from a menu, from a YouTube video, because the music on the menu sounds like this. Ready? Here's the unfiltered music from the Bioshock 2 menu. Yeah. It's quiet. There's nothing. There's just... Let's... That's it. That's all you get. Welcome. Soul Foundry says, woohoo, Big Daddy time. Oh, yeah. I installed this game literally... literally, what time is it now? 5:09, 9 minutes ago. So let's see how this goes. Turned out to be a bigger file than I expected. I think we're all set up. Let's just check some of these options real quick. I just want to make sure that there's going to be subtitles, dialogue subtitles, art subtitles. Well... let's leave that off for now, and if we see something where we're like, I wish this art was subtitled, then we'll activate it. That's fine. Let's get into it. We played Bioshock. Am I supposed to do an intro? Welcome. We're supposed to do No. Let me start over. We did Bioshock 1. Now we're going to do Bioshock 2. That's the way that it goes. Let's get into it. The Evocator says, no. Soul Foundry is talking about you, Piotr. Aw, gee. Evocator, thank you. Selected difficulty. Easy or new to shooters. I think we're pretty medium, right? I don't want this to be really hard. I'll be honest with you. Based on our experience with the other Bioshock, I don't want to play a hard version of that. And for that reason, we're a happy medium. Oh, and it's all the controls are going to be different. Okay, I'm ready for it. Press space to continue. Let's do it. No? Guys, if this game doesn't work... Okay, good. It's 1958. The same year I was born. Beneath the Atlantic Ocean. Why don't you come down to my shitty libertarian city? It's me, Andrew Ryan. Okay, this is one of the holes the little girls go in. It'll be fine. We're gonna edit our genes.
Look, Daddy, it's you.
Oh, that's pretty cute, actually.
Let's go out to play, Daddy.
Does this water bottle even work? I have a new water bottle, but I don't I don't know how to use it. Oh, it's me! Oh, I'm lanky for a big daddy. Glug glug glug. Soul Foundry says I have to humble brag real quick. I made more in bonuses today than I did in hourly. I'm feeling rich when payday comes. Hey, congrats on your bonus. Evocator says I can't why, but when you got your water bottle, I thought you were gonna put your Big Daddy outfit on. Oh, that would have been. We are not that prepared for this stream. Could you imagine? Oh, what's happening? We're gonna squish these dudes. Is this gonna be a tutorial? I mean, we squished your friend. Doesn't that freak you out? No! That's very violent. I swear the microphone got more sensitive while I was out. I'm just gonna try to moderate the sound, the volume of my voice a little more.
There we are. He's perfectly safe now.
He's perfectly safe now.
This is not your daughter.
What?
Do you understand?
No.
Her name is Eleanor, and she is mine.
Is this Eleanor Roosevelt? That's the only person I know named Eleanor.
Please,
Fine.
remove your helmet.
I need it for... I don't know why I need it. I definitely need it, though.
Now, take the pistol.
Sam the Geek says, wait, was the big reveal that you're a big daddy? Kind of. No. None of this. Oh, no. I don't like this.
Fire.
That's fine. I bet I can survive this. Well, that really tugged at the old heartstrings right away, huh? Jeez. I like the barnacles. Just says it ain't Peter... If it ain't Peter Whistle, the sea pure pickle. And Soul Foundry says, boom, I love these games. Rip. Yeah, game over. Could you imagine if it just said game over? It's like, I guess I was supposed to skip the cutscene to make that not happen. Ugh. Fantastic. Welcome, Noodles. Welcome, Sam the Geek. Welcome. Oh, we're good. Whatever. Bullet to the brain. No big deal. Do you think I can drink through those fingers like straws? Sam the Geek says Far Cry level plot advancement. Ugh. I played a lot of Far Cry 3. That's the only one that I've played, though. On PS3, I played a fair bit of it. Okay, we use WASD to move. Again, we expect all the controls to be different here, so let's just get ready for it. Fallen, fallen is Babylon. Evocator says 2, the goat. The goat! Could you imagine if we played as a goat in this game in a Big Daddy suit? The Vita Chamber! Our Vita Chamber treatment will rejuvenate you at the genetic level. It brings you back to life at Adonis Luxury Resort. Sam the Geek says Far Cry, there's the 3 is the only good one, unless you like malaria. I guess I don't. So I guess Far Cry 3 is the only good one. Can I jump? Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna drill some dudes. I'm excited about that. The Driller! We're gonna do it. How's the game audio? Is it too quiet? It looks kind of quiet in my eyes. But I can't hear it, of course. I think I need an audio engineer. Is that something that I can acquire for free? Can we go to like ChatGPT and be like, please be the audio engineer on my stream for free? I think that's what I need. Evocator says I want to drill some dudes. I'm excited about that. Piotr Bizzle, put it on my gravestone. I stand by that quote. Hey, little girl. Hey. Hey. Oh, I can break the coral. Oh, it's a delicate ecosystem. What am I doing? Is it? It is. So, okay, so things are looking pretty run down, if I'm being real with you here. The drill has run out of fuel. Oh no, I missed the crucial... Oh boy. They told me what to do when the drill runs out of fuel, and I did not read it in time. And now I don't know. I guess we'll go look for more fuel. I hope. Press C to crouch, that's easy enough. This is the Bioshock 2 remake, by the way, so just keep that in mind. If it looks better, that's because we're doing the remake. Nope. Nope. I ain't fighting that little gremlin. Show yourself, gremlin! Adonis, Luxury Resort! Find or purchase more at a vending machine. Okay. Got it. We got that message again, so that's good. Press and hold M to get a hint if you're stuck. I'm not stuck yet, game. I'm just looking around. Give me a break. Attention! Workers! Press L. Oh my god, L? It's all the way over there. I'm never going to listen to a diary. That is too far away of a button.
If you feel the soft patter of rain on your hat, you're already fired.
F.
Lesson 2. You can jumpstart a dead generator with a direct spark, but clear the guests out of the pool first. Scares these rich pricks to watch a working stiff hurling thunderbolts.
Lamb is watching! Okay, and now I take fall damage in this game, so that's good to know. Evocator says, were you planning on listening to a diary ever anyway? I want it to play in the background while I don't listen to it. That's my ideal experience of an audio log. Is it's playing away and I'm like doing something else in the game, paying it absolutely no heed. Oh, it's a diving board, but if you take the diving board, the game hurts you. So that's already bad level design, right? Can we be real about that? If there's a diving board, you should be allowed to jump off of it without penalty. I think that's not controversial. Tomorrow's promise! Kept today! Rapture! Sorry, I'm really into the... I don't know. There's something wrong with me today. All I can think about is the good Rapture voice. Press and hold for continuous drilling. Oh! That was easy. Get owned! I will take those beans, please. First aid kit. Okay, some of that is familiar. Head to the Plasmid Therapies wing to find a plasmid. Okay, so there's some familiar stuff happening here. We've got a first aid kit. We've got a plasmid. Tennis is still something enjoyed by these guys. The sauna! Let's keep looking. I guess we're going to Plasmid Therapies. So this is like their health club? Am I gonna get a plasmid that like makes me super relaxed, that's honestly the plasmid we would want, right? Like if you went to the market and you were like, this plasmid will help you shoot bees, I don't think people would really go for it. But if you were like, this plasmid will help you actually get a good night's sleep, that's where the money is. That's all I'm saying. Plasmid therapies makes a lot of sense to me. The power of real restfulness. Okay. I promise to only do that voice forever, for the rest of today. I'll try to do less of it. Oh, my phone made a noise. Okay. Rapture's best and brightest. Oh, do we recognize these people? There's Andrew Ryan. There's that person who we don't like. A German man. A different German man who's Hitler. Mustache man. And NPC. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, more drill fuel. Awesome. Oh no, Eleanor's the little girl? Yeah, sorry, I thought that was Eleanor. I thought the woman was Eleanor. This scary female Steve Jobs was Eleanor, but it's actually Eleanor's the little girl. That's right. Collected some cola. Take Electro Bolt. Oh. No, 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 no! Could you imagine if every time you drank a soda, you had to do it as an injection? This is much more dramatic than the first game, I will say. In terms of, holy crap, I have a new superpower.
Daddy was sleeping for such a long time.
Oh, you're back!
Eleanor has missed you. Find her and you'll be all better.
Oh, different Eleanor. Different girl. But that's me. That's the doll you made. Why? That Big Daddy was super fast. Press right click to fire an electricity from your hand. Okay. So this is the thing. Is like I actually think this is bad level design too already because like right away I'm like, "Oh, I want to go back here." Oh, maybe I am supposed to do this. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Well, okay, but before we go there, I'm wrong. Ignore me. It's a good level design. I'm dumb. It's fine. They're still okay. But we have to get the opium that this man was clearly smoking. Ah, a man burned alive. It must have been from his opium pipe. I can tell. See, cigarettes. It's a gateway drug to opium. Okay. Look, 20 years younger. I knew it. I feel like the people in Rapture would... Opium would be like their drug of choice. It has to be something kind of old-fashioned, you know? Opium or barbital, whatever. Man, you know what I watched on the plane the other day? While I was on my cool vacation? Bigger Bubbles! Pinker Bubbles! Was... God, Murder on the Orient Express with Kenneth Branagh as Mr. Detective Hercule Poirot. Not a great movie, but some good barbital in that movie. If you want a movie with barbital in it, it's up there. I'll be real with you. There's a lot. So, Derek Jacobi's in it. He's good. Bzzz. Bzzz. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. I have like no fuel. Give me your stuff. What's this? Is this a puzzle? Sylvester says, I loved the drill in this game. It does feel pretty good. Like to go up and drill that guy on the old diving board there was pretty good. Oh, hey, look!
At last,
Oh, if I could drink that. I could drink that. Look at this man.
Listen, my name it is Tannenbaum. I know who you
Oh,
are.
Do we know that
I am
name?
in much need of your help. Please, find me in the Atlantic Express train.
Please find me in the Atlantic Express train station. Okay, we'll do it. Sylvander says, I'm pretty sure I did a drill build in this one. That was my best attempt at reading the onomatopoeia that was entered into chat. Sorry, I'm really thirsty today. I'm going to confide in you something, which is that I woke up from a nap at 7:50, right before we're going to do the stream. So I just woke up and went into stream mode immediately. So if I seem a little bit frazzled, that's the reason. So it was perfect. I heard a drill, almost as if it was real. Maybe I should go into Foley. Is that my life's next journey? Lamb is watching! Well, we gotta loot this person, though. Hollywood could use a man like me to make drill noises, I bet. Welcome to Adonis Luxury Resort! Featuring Kashmir Restaurant. Enjoy the exotic, entertaining, and pleasurable dining experience. We got lucky that they wrote down something for me to say there. Yes, there's a lot of big daddies like working out here. Is he gonna sew up the leak? Oh, that's kind of fun, actually. So these guys are working. That was a good little moment. I liked that. 10 out of 10. But before I go there, welcome to the dame's room. Awfully wet in here. Let's see. Insert $5. Fine. No, it was worth it. It was a good investment. We got $9 back. Okay, I'm into this so far. Have a shower!
To my daughter, Eleanor. Soon you will be born.
Oh.
And Rapture will be your home. You shall be raised as I was, to advance the common good through social psychiatry.
That seems like a good thing.
The city's potential is immeasurable, Eleanor. Yet our beliefs are unwelcome here.
Oh.
Life will
What are your
be
beliefs?
different, but the price of revolution is if we are patient with her, Rapture will come to us.
Hello.
This is Dr. Sophia Lamb with a message for the people.
Unwiseword says, any hacking yet? Not a single hack. It's true.
Think
Hack free since 2023.
mother to the Rapture family.
So far.
I am back in Rapture after so
I am back in Rapture.
the little ones I rescued are grown up. Won't think of me no more.
Johnny to the service.
Did to them. It was a joy to be forgotten. But now
That is
all
cute.
around the world, children vanish by the sea, kidnapped. And so I return, in fear of what I already know. Someone is making new little ones, continuing my work, my sins. Even if I am to die for it, I must stop them.
Okay, so something creepy is going on here. It sounds like we're kidnapping little children, which usually not good. Brain boost! Usually frowned upon. Gonna be real with you. Lamb is watching. We still don't know really who Lamb is, but it seems like maybe she's involved in the child rearing. Hello. Oh, we got some rivets. So it seems like there's gonna be crafting again. Or maybe they're ammo? You got the rivet gun. Tunk. Oh, the rivet gun is not what it used to be, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. This is for you. Okay, I kind of remembered the rivet gun being, like, absolutely devastating, but it's fine. This version of it is just not as good. That's okay. We should have shocked these people. That's fine. Stakes are low right now. I reckon at the beginning, we're learning to play. They're not going to super punish us for making the wrong decision. Control to heal. Cool. Let's go here first. Get some rivets. Scintillating.
Barely made it down alive. But here it is. And it's real.
And it's real.
This is where that thing took my poor baby girl. From what I saw in the sub, most of the city's in ruins. But there were lights here and there. And shapes moving.
Okay, so we're in like a post
Scared.
Bioshock 1 Rapture, it seems like.
If I find this
Hello.
Dr. Lamb I keep hearing over the PA, I'll find Cindy too.
Right, so Rapture is all busted up from the get-go. We seem like a little girl. We're friends. Somebody says, hello, dink, headshot. Oh yeah! Hey! Hey, babe. Oh!
Big sister doesn't want you playing with me.
Oh, big sister? No. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Nope, we're fighting. Rivet her! Rivet her! Okay, big sister is fast as fuck. Pardon my French. This must be supposed to lose, right? This is crazy. Get in the water, quick! I have a plan! Oh, she's off! Wow, we lived. I feel like I was supposed to get whittled down, and then she ran away. That felt very scripted.
With a message for the people. Remember,
So if Andrew says, I don't want to tell you about my least favorite parts of this game, the big sisters, uh-oh.
Adam is to steal from the Rapture family. Your family.
Hello there, I'm just looking for my wife, Moira. Where'd he go? Bring back that man. The fake Irish guy. Hope you'll get out of there, I'm just looking for my wife, Moira. I'm just a simple working class Irishman with a stereotypical wife name. Bring him back. That's all I'm saying. Is that so wrong? So everybody says, Big Fist sister fights drained life from my soul, but at least I still had a drill. Oh yeah! Oh, I wish I could drill infinitely. I was gonna like drill enjoy, because it's a joyous action to just drill into the air, but I didn't want to use up my fuel.
Diane insisted that we spend the weekend at the Adonis. And already I find myself seeking a respite from my vacation.
Oh, that's a tough vacation.
To chide me for working. The words dissolve into an endless animal bleat.
Oh, it's Andrew Ryan.
I founded Rapture to be free of law and God, to live among those for whom work
How is Andrew Ryan, of all people, getting dragged on a vacation he doesn't want to go on?
speaks of burying my child, and given pause. Until now I had never considered my legacy. Perhaps after the new year.
Alright, so Andrew Ryan, henpecked husband. We did not know that, but now we know that. Seven Geek says the game volume is really low. Okay, let me turn that up. That's good to know. I'm going to turn it way too much up, and then y'all can tell me that it's too loud, and we'll turn it down again later. Sounds good? Broop. It's too loud. Perfect. So it says deal. Break our ears. Okay, sounds good. As long as we're all in agreement. Shocking! Oh. Whoa! Maybe I'll just stay over here. That's kind of a nice bench, actually. I really like that. I can get that for my house. Demetrius! Banquet Hall! You guys remember Demetrius from the old Midsummer's Night Dream. He was a cool guy. Oh. We will be reborn in the womb of the ocean. In the... I guess it doesn't really matter. Ocean is kind of the key word. The Mermaid Store! Okay, look, I know that I'm going to be in a fight as soon as I jump down there. Let's just do it. Don't do this. Oh, that seems bad. Time to go. Sam the Geek says, I think womb is the key word. And Soulfinder says, I played Lysander in a scene in high school. We went to a state competition. Oh, wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. I secretly love Shakespeare. I'm struggling to remember any quote from Midsummer Night's Dream. Lord, what fools these mortals be. There's one. There you go. That's for free. And also the only one I can remember.
In that suit, even the ocean cannot harm you.
What else is in it?
But rapture is the death of many.
Soulfinder says Puck has a lot of good lines, if I recall
You will
correctly.
not last long. You can still reach the train station. Find me there.
Alright, we're going to the train. Oh, there's a little girl. Giant Badger says, there you go, you got one Shakespeare quote. We got one. What else does he say? He says, this falls out better than I could devise. That's from that. Anything else? Lord, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming. Remember when Flute says that? There's a quote. I remember that play. I know things. The players. Giant Badger says, that's a good one. Good, good, good. Any other good ones? I think that might be it. I think that might be all the good quotes from that play. I remember that the nobility all speak in iambic pentameter. That's what I remember. Oh, Theseus and Hippolyta. Do I just get a free swim? No way. They're gonna put me on rails, right? Oh, I see. I still have gravity because I'm in a giant metal suit, which honestly makes sense. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do the Thisbe speech. I think I can remember the Pyramus and Thisbe speech. Unwiseford says you're outside. Oh yeah, that's new. That Flute does, right? He says, most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar. I can't remember the rest. I just remember he says it's white and then it's red, and that's fun. Achievement unlocked! Daddy's home! Draining. It's interesting that entering the draining completes our training. Oh, some music in the game. I was wondering if there was going to be any. Okay, cool. Press space to continue. Hold up, I broke everything. Soulfinder says, I legit don't even have a single Shakespeare sonnet on my shelves. I am a really secret Shakespeare lover, apparently. I used to have books of his plays.
And I will offer what I know of you.
I might have a copy of Hamlet around here and some other stuff, but not, yeah. I don't really have a lot of Shakespeare lying around either. Evil Kidder says, Big Daddy doesn't like music. True, apparently not, yeah. You'd think that, like, if I was... Okay, time out, just because I have to explain this. If I was a giant lumbering undersea monster man, I would want music in my ears all the time. I'd want to be listening to classical music while I drill people. That's what I would desire. But I guess, this suit wasn't designed by a Big Daddy. Hey, do they hate me here? Is this a good idea to go to this place? Okay. Is this gonna be safe for me? I noticed a lot of my fellow Big Daddy boys seem to be suspended, lifeless from the ceiling, and that just makes me a little nervous. Giant Spatcher says this is a Shakespeare appreciation stream. Shakespeare, we appreciate you. Giant Spatcher says, I want to be listening to classical music while I drill people. Me too. Good, good. It's just, on my hierarchy of needs. I think on everybody's hierarchy of needs either. Right at the top, when you've got your food and everything taken care of, it's listen to classical music while you drill people. Hey, Rakis, thanks for the sub. Hello all. Welcome, welcome. I came back to a good quote. I'm good. That's value right there. You come in, get a good quote, and then you can get the hell out, Sunfounder says, Giant Spatula, fun fact, 10 Things I Hate About You was based on Taming of the Shrew. Oh, I knew that, Amanda Bynes, what is that movie in the Amanda Bynes-averse where she plays her brother or something? It's Twelfth Night, but now I can't remember. She's the Man is also Twelfth Night. Wow, I did a terrible job of explaining that on reflection. Evocator says, it's a circus of value! Welcome to the circus of value! Atlantic Express maintenance facility. Soulfighter says 12th Night is great, and Sam the Geek, who is on a chat delay, says she's the man. Giant Spot says I'm the girl in 10 Things who has pictures of Shakespeare in her locker. I haven't seen 10 Things I Hate About You, if I'm honest, but I watched the sequel where he becomes an evil clown, so I got that going for me. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Now most who survive are like this. Splicers.
Giant Spider says, gasp!
Vicious
Do I need to watch 10 Things I Hate About You? Maybe. Rex says, oh man, 10 Things is great. I haven't watched it in a long time. And Evocator says, canceling myself immediately. And Rex says, I can't wait until you play Bioshock Infinite, the only one I've actually played. And Giant Spider says, Sam the Geek says, look, we're watching this on the TV in the living room. Nice, nice. That's pretty good. I feel like that's more elevated than the stream ought to be. But I feel like the stream should be watched exclusively by people on the toilet with nothing else to do. And John Punch says, what about the prequel where he's a knight? I haven't watched that either, but I'm familiar with it. The prequel to 10 Things I Hate About You. It's really an interesting character arc, isn't it? He starts as a knight, then he's a high school boy, then he's an evil clown. And someone says, I'm the stupid boy who learns French, haha. And Sam the Geek says I have to open my phone to chat. Jeff says, what? Do I need to watch a bunch of movies now? You got the hack tool. Press click to fire it at machines to subvert them to your side. Okay, now, I don't like that. You know that I don't like that. And Sam the Geek says, you're part of our Monday night dinner plans. Oh, I feel so honored. Thank you for including me. And Araka says, I've seen the entire Heath Ledgerverse. I gotta watch them all. This is good. We've got the Bineverse and the Ledgerverse all in play here. And Evocator says, resubbing so I can cancel again. No! Oh, brutal. And Wiseman says, best sports movie ever made. Wait, 10 Things I Hate About You? Or the one where she plays soccer? She's the Man. There's soccer in that movie. Oh, am I supposed to do... Oh, I get it. Which one looks like a hacking device? Okay, we can hack at a distance, but do I want to? Question mark? And Naraka says, I almost exclusively watch the stream while I'm in the kitchen making dinner. Is that better or worse than on a TV? I think that seems like a lateral move. I feel it's more respect than it deserves. And Soulfoundry says, A Knight's Tale is so good! Oh, we gotta do it. And Raka says that Dark Knight is obviously the sports movie he meant. True, there's the part where, I guess boating is kind of a sport, right? Okay, Soulfoundry says, best sports movie I have is a 3-way tie in my book. 1, A League of Their Own. 2, Remember the Titans, amazing movie. And 3, Rudy. I've only seen Remember the Titans, but that is a great movie. Except the part where they make fun of the Beatles, and I feel bad. Because they picked, like, the worst Beatles song to make fun of. They play the, what is it? The one about being in the movies. Act Naturally. And the guy's like, isn't this great music? And the other guy's like, that song obviously sucks. but I don't think that was fair. That's cherry picking. Stanley Geek says, what about Chariots of Fire? That is a good one, and classic soundtrack, obviously, but I haven't seen it. I think my dad showed it to us when I was like 7 or 8 years old, so I haven't seen it since then. Yeah, never seen Chariots of Fire. I don't remember. The Natural? Unknown. Alright, hack a machine. Press F to stop the needle on a green section of the meter to advance. White will give you a nasty shock. Oh, okay, it's a golfing game now. Oh, so just... Oh, white is bad. Green is good. Absolutely did not listen to the instructions. Read every word of the instructions. Absolutely did not take them into account. Hello. Oh my. Okay, we hacked it. And Rex says, Space Jam is obviously the best sports movie. No contest. It is very good, isn't it? Oh. Space Jam, I actually did rewatch the original Space Jam a few years ago, in the modern era, as it were. I think it does, it's not like a great movie, but it does hold up for what it is, I will say. And so Iraq is just one chat. Facts. The OG Space Jam wins! Iraq says, we're back, and Piotr isn't reading things. All is right with the world. And even because of your ability to read but receive no information. But receive no information is unparalleled. It's fine. Sam the Geeks of Space Jam is not a good movie? I thought it was okay. Okay, we did it. The door's open. It holds up as a commercial for Michael Jordan not being compromised by mysterious gamblers. He plays, how could he plays baseball bad in that movie. If it's just a Michael Jordan hagiography, then why did they make him look bad at baseball? And Evocator says, Space Jam is so good. And Rex says, I think Space Jam holds up. I've also watched it recently. I haven't watched the new one, but yeah, the old one I think pretty okay. Soul Foundry says, Larry Bird is in Space Jam. Oh, I gotta do a hack? Alright, what is blue? Blue feels bad. We'll just do green. Oh, I gotta press F. Oh, hey, hold on. I wasn't ready. Oh, we got Fernando! Hacked security bots are friendly and will attack your enemies. Get a blue bonus while hacking to upgrade their damage. Okay, now we know. And Scottie Pippen! And Rex says Wayne Knight is in Space Jam. Oh man, I was just watching Shaolin Showdown. That other thing that he's so well known for being in. Just last week I was watching some Shaolin Showdown featuring Wayne Knight. And Rex says, honestly, Michael Jordan is the worst part of the movie. Brutal. Someone says 90s Chicago Bulls for the win. Rex says, is Wayne Knight in Shaolin Showdown? I've never seen it. He's the dragon. He's the voice of no, I can't remember his name. This is embarrassing. Dojo, the dragon. We will be reborn. Oh, don't have the hacking gun. Sam the Geek says, and I took that personally. Oh, and Rex says I was confusing it for Shaolin Soccer. Shaolin Soccer, I gotta watch that again. I love the idea that, like, these people who are, like, Shaolin, karate, not karate, but kung fu geniuses, like, can't really operate well in the real world. I like that idea. I gotta watch it again, though. And Rex says that makes both more and less sense. Shaolin Soccer, haven't seen in a good long time. I think I've got it around here somewhere. I definitely have Kung Fu Hustle. Too bad about the train. This is for you! Who else? Fernando! Pincer!
This is Dr. Sophia Lamb.
Evocator says, I relate to the idea of being an expert in a thing and struggling with the real world. And Rax says, haha, gun butt. Gun butt.
We reject the gene. We reject
Yeah! You know what kung fu movie I did just rewatch on the plane ride back that I think holds up? Is, I've talked about this movie before, so just shush me, but The Man with the Iron Fists, I think might be a perfect movie. I was watching it again, and I was like, seriously, I don't, it sounds like a joke, but I don't think you can make this movie better without making it just, like, a different movie. It's a perfect version of what it is. The Man with the Iron Fists, featuring the RZA. 10 out of 10. And Lucy Liu, and a ton of great awesome ensemble cast, great costumes, man, good martial arts scenes. Watch The Man with the Iron Fists. Arax says, I just watched Speed Racer, and it's not a kung fu movie, but it feels like a spiritual relative to Kung Fu Hustle. I've heard that's good. I gotta watch that. They're both trying to do like wacky live-action cartoon vibe. I gotta watch Speed Racer. I also heard the Wii game was actually pretty good. But maybe we don't need to play the Wii tie-in game for Speed Racer. Maybe that would be a mistake. I don't know. We'll think about it. I gotta get a Wii. I have all these Wii games. I was home in my parents' house, and I stole more Wii games. I brought home more Wii games, but I still don't have a Wii. So I just have an enormous collection of Wii games and GameCube games in my apartment right now, which I have no way to play. Just duct tape 2 GameCubes together? Oh, it's not a bad idea. It kind of is that, isn't it? And Soulfinder says, I have a Wii. That's it, though. No nunchucks or bar for it. Just the box. That does make it hard to work with. Although the bar, you actually don't need the bar. That's a fun fact. If you take 2 remotes that you have and rubber band the buttons to be held down, because all the bar is 2 infrared LEDs. And so if you rubber band down, yeah, or you can use 2 candles. Was probably a better way. I did it as a kid by holding down 2 remote controls with rubber bands so that they were, lighting up. And I was able to make a Wii bar with that. But candles probably easier and less stupid. Now that I know you can use candles, I will recommend that instead. Am I in the propaganda room?
I know you. That symbol on your hand marks you a dead man. 10 years, Subject Delta.
Fracas says, I just learned the thing today about how if you don't turn a Wii U on for several years, it just bricks itself.
Take heart.
Oh.
Out of your pain, paradise was born. I don't know how you survived, but your suffering is over now. These men will eat.
And Sam the Geek says, or you could buy a Wii bar because you're an adult who doesn't want to burn their house down. It's fine. Could you imagine?
Is an act of love.
It is a little funny, the idea of just like every time I want to play video games, I light some candles. But fire is so cool, it's true. Soulfinder says, all I want to play on the Wii is Zelda Skyward Sword. No. I'll get you some Wii recommendations. I'll be right back. I'll show you. Although Skyward Sword does seem good. Let me see what we got here. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. You have to set the mood lighting or the Wii won't play with you. Oh yeah! Okay, here we go. We're going to the big camera. I have a little bit of plastic or something in my mouth. We're going to the big camera, which I almost never do, so I don't have a hotkey for it. And we're going to do the top 5 Wii games that you should actually consider playing. GameCube games not included, because there's the top 5 Wii games probably are Twilight Princess and then 4 GameCube games. But I'm going to show you 5 Wii games that I think are worth playing. Here we go. Top 5 Wii games you should really consider going back and playing, featuring Piotr, number 1. Oh wait, should we do it in reverse order? I guess we should. Okay, let me just reverse these real quick. Number 5. Araga says Twilight Princess is also a GameCube game. True, and it's the better one, right? Because he's left-handed. So Foundry says, I love Twilight. True, Twilight Princess, right? Okay, number 5 is Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings. I know what you're thinking. That game doesn't seem Very good, Piotr. But listen, this game is especially fun if you have somebody to play the co-op campaign with you. This game has a whole separate co-op campaign you can play. Someone says, already sold. Indiana is my favorite superhero. There's a ton of like physics stuff, a ton of improvised weapon stuff in this game. I really recommend it. Number 4, Blastworks, which is being chroma keyed out. This is a game where it's a shoot 'em up game. Sam the Geek says, the way you're so bad at this is endearing. Couch co-op? Couch co-op exclusively, yeah. Interactive says, as an adaptation of the best pinball machine, I assume. The Indiana Jones pinball machine is good? I don't know it. Blastworks is a shoot 'em up game where you blow up ships and then stick them onto your ship. So like you shoot somebody and their little ship breaks off, and then you click them onto your ship, and now their little gun is shooting for you. And you build this big ship made of other little bits and bobs of other people's ships, and it's awesome. Blastworks is really good. Just trust me. I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look very good, but trust me, Blastworks really rules. That's number 4. Number 3 is Mad World. Mad World is good. You kind of got to get used to the look of it. Unwisebird says Katamari, but with ships. Kind of a similar idea, honestly, yeah. I think there was like a ship editor or a level editor or something in it too, but I never really looked into the online features. Mad World got a lot of press for being an actually violent game on the Wii when it came out. It has this cool kind of, black and white Japanese comic look. It takes a little bit of getting used to, I would say, to play this game, because you just gotta like get your head around the way that it looks, but it's worth sticking with it. Narex says, are you sure not thinking of the gummy ship from Kingdom Hearts, Piotr? I've never heard of that game. Kingdom Hearts? I don't know. Is this like a playing cards or an Alice in Wonderland thing? Number 2 is De Blob. Also chroma keyed out. De Blob is a cool game. It's Splatoon before Splatoon existed. It's not really. It's a platformer game about running around and coloring in all of the world. Rex says, oh man, I've heard De Blob rules, but I've never played it. We should play De Blob, dude. If we get a Wii, we'll play De Blob on this channel. I've played part of the way through this, but not all the way. It has great cutscenes too. I really recommend De Blob, even though that doesn't sound like a real endorsement. Sam the Geek says, Giant Spatcher, are you okay? I assume so. And my number 1 Wii exclusive game to play on the Wii is Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. This is a rail shooter that takes you through all of the Resident Evil games that had come out up to that point, which I think was through 4, maybe through 5. It's great though. It's a really, really good rail shooter. I was gonna do House of the Dead Overkill, but 4 was a Wii game. I played it on Wii originally, actually. We played it again on this channel on PC, but when I first played it, it was on Wii. RE4 is the only one I own. And Giant Spatcher says, my 2023 resolution is not to be trolled, so just lurking quietly in chat. So French says, I want to like Resident Evil. I will never get over not having enough bullets for a final boss. This game, that will not be a problem. You'll have plenty of bullets in Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. I was going to include another rail shooter, which is House of the Dead Overkill, which is a hilarious game. I understand, though, that it came to the PlayStation Move later, and it seems like that might be a better version, but House of the Dead Overkill is like number 6 on this list. Anyway, that's Resident Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles. These are my top 5 Wii games you should really go back and play. And there you go. There they are. We nailed it. Okay. Rex says, another rail shooter. Ah, of course, Rayman Raving Rabbids. The best Wii game. Was it? I never played it. No, I have more. What else? We did other rail shooters. Does Dragon Quest Swords count as a rail shooter? You guys remember Dragon Quest Swords, of course. It's like a rail sworder. I don't even know. Oh, and Unwise has redeemed... Oh, Sin and Punishment. Oh, did they release it? Was it on Virtual Console, or did they release a version of it for Wii? Wait, maybe that's N64 or GameCube? Well, it's N64 originally, but it was on Wii Virtual Console. That sounds right to me. Sam the Geek says, Rails Slasher. We'll also play Dragon Quest Swords. Anyway, Unwisebird has redeemed today's featured Hero Clicks. Thank you so much for the light snacks. And Alexis, I think it also had a sequel for something. That sounds right. It might have been the Wii U or something weird. But for the moment, let's go to our featured Hero Clicks. Bam, here it goes. It is time. I don't have it queued up. Bam, cool. Today's featured Hero Clicks is Blackhawk. My understanding is Blackhawk is like an organization or something. As you can see, this man is very cool. He's got gray hair and a little beard and mustache. You probably can't see it very well, but he has a great little thin white mustache and a gun. Obviously, that's very cool. I think so far he looks like the hunter in Jumanji. Oh, a high compliment. I think he's some kind of policeman. And Tim the Geek says, why are his thighs? Because he lives on like a 6th floor walk-up, dude. So his thighs are just incredible. He is considered, maybe unfortunately, part of the police. That's what that little, I really don't, at the bottom there, that little PD indicates that he's aligned with the police. So I don't think his name is Blackhawk. I think Blackhawk is like the organization or something that he's in. Let's take a look at that thickness score. As you can see, 0 C's in terms of thickness. His coat is covering it up a little bit, but... And Giant Spider says they mean the Sting Band. Oh, he's part of the police. He's like, yeah, he's a roadie or something. He's aligned with them. Crucially... Oh, we gotta see him next to Karen. We've made too many steps in this, dude. There's too much, like... regular business we got to check off whenever we go through the featured hero clicks. We may need to trim this down a little bit. But as you can see, compared to the standard size Karen, so he has the old base, so it's a little bit harder to tell. But if we hold him up, he's a little shorter, maybe. And Sam the Geek says, Salty Mars says it's THI, negative C's? Yeah, extremely disappointing. Would that be X? I don't know. But he's just a little bit shorter than the standard size Karen, which, you know, when people get real old, they get shorter, and he looks like an old man, so maybe that checks out. Crucially, Blackhawk is 30 points, and also which makes him only worth 1.5 Karens. And the thighs are so good, though. He's thigh for the thighs, though, with 3 G's. I don't know if you could hear that in the pronunciation. Sam the Geek says C is the 3rd letter, X is the 3rd to last letter. And Arrakis says, Karen is so much more powerful than I originally realized. She's 20 points. She's worth more than, like, Alfred? And that might be it. She's worth more than a Skrull agent. He's only worth 11 points. Although he is, I mean, look at that. He is thick as hell, but he's worth fewer points. Anyway, this is not about him. This is about... and Arrakis says, I don't remember what Karen is from. To be honest, she's Karen Page. I don't remember either. I think she's just the concept of a white woman. I think that's accurate. And Sam the Geek says, dummy thick. Yeah, no, he's caked to hell. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, were we playing Bioshock? What are we doing today? This is, man, his name is Blackhawk. He's 30 points. Most importantly of all, he is today's featured hero clicks. So now you know. Giant Spider says, thick as hell, but worth fewer points. Me, for real? Oh. Karen Page. Okay, I do have to look at this. Wait, we're going to have to look at it. And on what it says, traded in points for C's. Sammy says, Daredevil's GF? Oh, wow. I was going to show you the Wikipedia page, but it's not worth really looking at. Whoa. Nope, it is. All right, we're looking. I have a terrible reveal. Just based on one of these. Is this worth setting up? You know what's going to happen, though. We're going to cut, and the mic is going to cut out. Is the mic on? Oh, the mic's on. Great. That's a pleasant surprise. Karen Page is a fictional character. Page was killed by Bullseye in 1999. And since the 1980s, her role as primary love interest has been superseded by Elektra. Nachos? No, her name is not Nachos. We have like 3 or 4 different Elektras we could look at. Maybe we should do a series of those for featured hero clicks. Her name is Nachos? How? Ruckus says, sorry, are we learning that Elektra's name is Nachos? Her name is Elektra Nachos. That's what that says. Nachios, if you want. Nachios. Her name is Nachos. Karen Page was portrayed by Ellen Pompeo in the 2000 feature feature can't read. Feature film Daredevil. Wait. Ellen Pompeo. Oh, that's her. Wait. Feature frame. She was in a feature frame. And so far, it looks in the phonetics, it's more like nachos. Oh, yeah, we should take a look at that. Wait. Nachos. I'll say yes. That sounds right to me. Okay, she was... What is she in? Ellen Pompeo. Hold up. Ellen Pompeo. IMDb. Nope, you know what I mean. What are you in, Ellen? Pompeo. EP. Sam the Geek says Dr. Gray from my med school textbook. Wait, really? From Mr. Gray's Anatomy. Station 19. Wow, that show is still going, huh? 2005, 408 episodes! Good for you, Ellen. Good for you getting steady work. Honestly, Ellen Pompeo, I feel like if you're an actor, like, people will be like, oh, you know, if you're an actor, you want to be like a famous movie star. I feel like this is the dream. 408 episodes of Grey's Anatomy. Ellen Pompeo is working, dude. Good for her, honestly. Ellen Pompeo, you get that money. You're our new favorite actor on this. It's lock it in. Ellen Pompeo as Karen Page in Daredevil, new favorite actor in any movie ever, and the official mascot of this channel. Still Foundry says Grey's Anatomy is the Naruto for real life now. Oh my god. Naruto. I know somebody who watched all of Naruto in a very short amount of time when they were on summer vacation from school, so that's a cool thing. Sam the Geek says Salty Mark says she's no longer acting? Oh no! Well, then I guess in that case, don't get paid, Ellen, but you're probably retired. Yeah, she retired from Grey's. Good for her. Honestly, a career well spent. Rex says, I thought that IMDb page said she was also Meredith Grey in Station 11. I was like, wow, Grey's Anatomy Expanded Universe. Could you imagine? But it is Station 19, a random different thing. And so she says, I almost finished Naruto. I lost my place in the Great Ninja War and never went back. I guess I read a lot of the comics. Well, I mean, a lot might be a relative thing. What am I doing? Trying to kill these guys? I fell! That was surprising. Okay. Apparently we were at that part. Search corpses for loot. Araki says, I watched all of the Naruto that existed when I was at that age, the age in high school where we watched shonen anime. Gotcha. And Sam the Geek says, no, it is the Grey's cinematic universe. Oh my god, are we introducing too many cinematic universes? We've got the Grey's-averse, we got I already forgot, the Ledgerverse, and also one more, which is the Binaverse. Oh my god. Sam the Geek says, they're trying to compete with NBC's Chicago EU and Fox Extended Universe and Fox's Los Angeles Extended Universe. I wish I was kidding. And Rex says, I did not know that there are multiple Grey's Anatomy spin-offs, but I thought somehow Station 11 was in that universe, but no, thankfully. You know what? Good for them. That's right, because I know Chicago has, like, Chicago PD and Chicago Med and stuff. Somebody I know was on that show as, like, an incel weird guy who got, was in the hospital. I never watched the episode, but somebody I know was on Chicago Med, I think. Evocator says, it must be a Fire Station 19 show. Oh, is that the fire station in Grey's Anatomy? Anyway. I guess everybody has been in those shows. Like, when you go to a Broadway show and look at the actors' biographies, all of them have been in, like, Law and Order and Chicago PD, and, like, every single person has those credits. Sam the Geek says, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. I think there's now a politics one. And Giant Spider says, that's not where I thought that sentence was going. Which one? The incel sentence? He was like the shitty Santa Barbara incel shooter or something. I think he was supposed to be like that. He might have been on Chicago PD. I can't remember. The point is, he didn't meet the guy from the incel sentence, yes? Okay, yeah. He didn't meet the guy from the guy with the scraggly voice who's in the Chicago-verse is also in the movie Monkey Shines, which we've talked about before, but it's before he damaged his vocal cords or something. So in Monkey Shines, he doesn't have the really gravelly voice. And then later, as I recall, I was reading about him, I think he like pulled a tube out of his throat at the hospital or something and messed up his throat, and now he has a gravelly voice. Anyway. Evocator says 400 plus episodes means a lot of character actors. Yeah, exactly. And Sam the Geek says, Law & Order is actually a jobs program for underemployed actors on Broadway. And John Spencer says, I was assuming like corpse. Even says, sorry, this is what I was reading. Your ability to free associate is legendary. Doctors hate him. Ugh. Yeah, I sometimes wonder if that's a problem that I have. That's to just draw connections between arbitrary things. It's a sickness, really. It's not so much a talent, is what I'm trying to say. Should we read all these yellow pages? Man. Monkey Shines. Now I'm thinking about Monkey Shines. That movie's great. Okay, here's the Vita chamber.
Careful. Security cameras belong to Lamb. But if you are clever, they can be made to serve.
Hack successful. And Araka says for Naruto, this is also for 400 plus episodes means a lot of character actors. This is also true for Naruto. Oh man, I guess like every voice actor must have been in Naruto. Yeah. Eat that huge can of beans. Let me just read this real quick. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I've got too many rivets. Okay. I like that. I like TV shows that are... I like the idea that there are TV shows that go on forever and just feature a ton of actors. I like giving, you know, lesser-known character actors work. That's my final thought on that. This is Piotr's final thought. TV shows that go on for a long time are good because actors can work, and I like that. Eva says, I can only imagine how many unique people have been in One Piece. Oh, man. That goes on like forever, right? Has the anime gone on as long as the manga? Because I know that's like a bajillion issues. It's still going on? Oh. That's one of those things where like, I look at how long One Piece is, and I'm just like, I'm just never gonna learn about that. I'm never gonna get into it. It's gonna not be for me based on the sheer amount of work, the sheer amount of time it would take to catch up. And Soulhardy says, One Piece is legendary in length. I've never even started. Yeah, it's the kind of thing where I'm just like, there's a man with a straw hat. That's all I'm going to work. That's all I need to know about One Piece. Because, I don't know why. Here's a red phone. It says 1948 again, remember? The same one from the other game. Because we called it Tube 4 or something. 5. I can't remember how we remembered it. We had a mnemonic for it, though, but it still says 1948. That's so weird. Why? Do phones say 1948 in the middle? And so it says also Luffy, or whoever the main person is, creeps me out with his eyes. Oh yeah, he has like really thick like lines under his eyes, right? John Spider says, ain't nobody got time for that. And Arax says, again, One Piece is something I watched in my impressionable high school years. I think I watched like 300 plus episodes, and yet if I see anything about it today, it looks incomprehensible to me. Because I guess that's a minority of episodes still. Yeah, you haven't seen most of it. And Sam the Geek says, let them reuse assets. The number is the phone number, because in the building it has the same area code and exchange. Oh my god, am I learning about phones right now? I never thought this day would come. But now I'm learning about phones. Okay. Nope. Why you take my weapon away?
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I know you're...
And Soulfinder says, my favorite anime that I rewatch with pleasure is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Toy with you like that.
Rack says, Google says there are currently 1,053 episodes of One Piece. Ugh. But YY hates rules. That's good.
Please.
And Sam says, I think this predates requiring even the exchange to dial a local call. Oh, I guess so, because this is like, when does this game take place? Should we just pick a year and pretend that we know? This game takes place in 1951! Plasmids, telekinesis. Pick up big stuff with your mind, throw it at somebody else. Okay, got it. I periodically forget that we're playing Bioshock. Rex says, does it take place in 1948? Is that why the phones say that? It could! Only 3 years away. This is like a humbug level mystery of when does this take place. It said a year in the intro animation. Oh, I forget. I'm gonna say it was 1951. Lock it in. Oh, we still have Fernando with us. That's kind of cool. Oh, cool. Beans! Oh, is this a beans cannon? More beans! That's kind of hilarious. But I object to the existence of this bean device. Come, come! To find my... Oh, that's a lot of beans. The beans start coming and they don't stop coming, huh? 1958, according to Wikipedia. Okay. And John Spider says, it definitely said what year in the intro. I assumed you were doing a bit. I forgot. It did not seem pertinent to remember the year. I'll be real, I never expected to be quizzed on the year later. It's the olden days! She knows the way. Okay, that's good.
It's up topside now, eyeballing with all the can-can girls. And if anybody gets slippy, pal, he's got the bomb.
Oh my god. I was gonna do that. Come on up. Sam the Geek says, what year is it? Ah, classic meme. Did that man just walk off the edge? Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop this. Hey, guess what? That's for you. Easy. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, it's the hacking gun. I wanted the drill gun. Okay, we gotta learn which numbers the guns are on because there's too many to scroll through. He just said, did you hear that? He just said you fight like a baby fights. Eric says, I just learned that my oven has not in fact been preheating for the past 10 minutes. Oh no, and my life is ruined. That's almost as bad as realizing that you never turned your oven off. You ever do that? You come back like 40 minutes after you've eaten and you're like, oh my god, the oven is still on. Ugh. I hate it. So much that Arax is never eating tonight. And it says rip. Yeah, it didn't go great. Oh, a tapir fact. Sam the Geek has redeemed a tapir fact. I don't know if I have a good tapir fact offhand. What did I learn anything about tapirs from seeing the tapirs? Yeah, I can tell you. So from my experience at the zoo, a tapir, yeah, tapir fact, Piotr saw one. Follow-up tapir fact, a tapir will happily live in a container with one capybara. You can have one tapir and one capybara. They're chill with that. Maybe you could have more of either animal. I can't say for sure. All I can say for sure is one tapir and one capybara works. I've seen it in practice. It was a success. Sam the Geek says, I want a refund. Right, says, container? Yeah, container. And John Spetch says there's a capybara petting zoo in Osaka. So I learned that there's a place you can... There's a capybara petting zoo, I think in upstate New York, that I do kind of want to go to. I didn't find that out. I should say, I don't want to take credit for it. That fact was shared with me. But it is very exciting to know. So maybe someday I got to do that. Giant Spetch says, what? Yeah, there's like it's like a zoo, a petting zoo with capybaras in it, among other things. Hey, baby. Should we retire Fernando? He's not looking so good. Well, you know what? Sleep, Fernando. I bring you peace. We're not going to let him get destroyed. He's been too good to us. We're letting him off the hook. Fernando, go live your life. Sam the Geek says, Salty Marks petted a capybara in Tokyo. It was in a heart-shaped box. That is adorable. Sam the Geek says, alternatively to the refund, you can say mixed greens. There you go. Mixed greens. And John Spatcher says about upstate New York, that's much closer to me than Osaka. True. Man, did I almost go to Osaka once? Was it Osaka? Or was it... What's the other one that starts with an O? No, it was Osaka. When I was in college... Oh, man. I forgot. I took an animation course, and my teacher was like, hey, we're looking for people to be interns at our animation studio. The animation studio I'm going to be working at this summer in Osaka. We couldn't pay you, but we're offering this position. I should have done it. I didn't do it at the time because I was like, if they can't pay me, I can't do it. He's like, we'd maybe buy you lunch or whatever, but we couldn't pay you to be there. But looking back, what a mistake! Oh, my life could have been so much better. Sammy, it's hard to accidentally go to Osaka. It's pretty far away. And Soul Foundry said, oh, Chad Special says, Fernando is in The Tempest if you want to bring this back to Shakespeare. True. He's been prosperoed. Oh my god, Fernando, are you my Ariel from The Tempest? We remember. Do I know any lines from The Tempest? Midsummer Night's Dream was the better guess. Ye elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes, and groves. That's what I remember. I remember one of the Prospero speeches starts like that, because he says elves. And it feels weird to say in our modern context. Talk about elves. Elves means a lot more to us now, or it means just a different thing than it did to Mr. Shakespeare. Giant Badger says no one knows any lines from The Tempest that seems fake. Wait, I can do another one. I'm sure. Nope. That's it. Rex says, Prospero, what do you see with your elf eyes? Yes, I think that's from it as well. And Sammy says, oh my god, a taper looks like someone tried to draw a capybara from memory. Salty marks. It does. The South American tapirs definitely do. Malayan tapirs, you know, they're white and black, so they have such an interesting pattern that they distinguish themselves from capybaras. But otherwise, yes. And Wiseman says, your Shakespeare lines reminds me so much of Monty Python. Good. We're getting all the good classic lines. I can do another line from The Tempest. He says, I'll break my staff, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. And that's when Prospero stops being a wizard, right? I think that's a line from it. Evocator says, elves were invented by J.R.R. Tolkien in the mid-20th century. True! And Giant Special says, George R. R. Tolkien. Also true. Yeah, they weren't really... They were like little fairies or whatever before. But in terms of like elves being tall bow and arrow people who are beautiful and everything, that's J.R.R. Tolkien as I understand. George... Arak says, I want so badly for this channel to have metrics on how much gameplay actually happens versus random bullshit, lol. This is not a complaint. And then follows up with Jar Jar Tolkien, as if that's not going to bring the gameplay to a screeching halt. Sam the Geek says the ratio is quite poor. You did this by saying Jar Jar Tolkien. Rakus killed Fyodor, lol. Oh, I like it. We need a Jar Jar Binks edition of The Lord of the Rings. I mean, come on, you know, J.R.R. Tolkien, he was a linguist. I bet he would really like it. I bet his ghost would really like it if somebody made a J.R.R. Tolkien version of the Lord... Jar Jar Binks, whatever, version of The Lord of the Rings. Says, when you killed Fyodor, you should drop some light snacks as a loot. I don't know how to do that. I think I can... I thought I could give people light snacks, but I think the only ability I have is to refund them. Let me see, actually. Can I just go, like... We're going to just do a quick experiment. Can I do... maybe not. Tools. Help. Docs. I don't know how to do it. Can I refund you light snacks? Will that give you light snacks? I don't know. Let me, Unwisebird, let me see if I can give you some. Nope, I can't. Well, I might be able to do it, but I definitely can't do it in this thing that I have here. Seven Geek says, why are the burning wooden beams falling from the ceiling? Does Underwater City have wooden floor joists? I guess? And Rack says, after all, why not? Why shouldn't Misa keep it? Even because I'm dying of this. Eagerly awaiting Piotr to return and read the chat. That is very good. Why not? I have a, on a similar vein, Yusa shall not pass. Do it. Peter Jackson, what are you doing these days? Release it. Release the Jar Jar cut. Eve dispenser. I don't need that. I need health. I don't know what I'm doing in this game. I just want to show you something because I'm never going to get an opportunity to bring it up otherwise. I have here. I received once as a gift. It's is it going to be all chroma keyed out? let's go to the big screen real quick to just take a look at this. Ah, you guys. Y'all, I don't know. Are we streaming? I don't know how to do this anymore. I don't know how to play a game on stream. This is the Star Wars Shakespeare trilogy. William Shakespeare's Star Wars trilogy. So it's not The Lord of the Rings as written by Jar Jar, but it is Star Wars as written by Shakespeare. Soulfoundry says, shut up! Yeah, no, it's got the 3 original Star Warses, and it's, you can read, like, some good, what's a good classic scene, let's go to The Empire Strikes Back, see what we got here. Oh, there's all these other things in here, too. Let me see. Can we just quickly scan and find the classic scene? Oh, this is a mistake. I shouldn't have done this. I'm not going to be able to find this quick enough. I'm just looking for the word no. That's impossible. Potentially. New word. Lando says, oh, I just the random speech. I've just picked out a soliloquy because Lando has a speech, so let's hear what he has to say. This is my cold reading. Stanley Kick says, Luke, I am be your parent father. Luke, I am be your parent father. No, that doesn't work. The meter's wrong. So everybody says, OMFG, I need this book. That is what we should look for, right? But instead, here is a speech. This is my monologue from Lando, my cold read. Enter Lando. Oh, what is this dire sound I just have heard? My friend Han Solo screaming in great pain, the shrieks of man turned victim through my fault. My quick decision to protect myself. Yet what choice had I? Could I else have done? No person in my place would differently behave. No choice had I but one, to save myself, my interests, and my beloved Cloud City from a dark and awful fate. Yet ever shall my soul be haunted by those dismal howls of my old friend, unless I can find some way to make recompense. But how shall that e'er be, whilst Vader's threats do cast their shadows o'er my every move? I know not how, but yet it must be so. I shall, belike with loyal Lobot's help, discover yet a way to make this right, and save myself from a betrayer's name. There you go. That's our free sample of Lando from that book. Evocator says, it be saying, speak a friend and enter. It be saying, I'm not going to do the Jar Jar voice. I already regret that. Sylvander says, we need a snapping finger emoji to finish this reading. There you go. That's a little Lando speech. I like that they mentioned Lobot, because I feel like Lobot does not get mentioned enough. With his little, airplane pillow on the back of his head. Evocator says, good call, TBH, lol. Yeah, not doing the Jar Jar voice. It's sad. When I was a kid, I watched episode 1, and I thought Jar Jar was so funny. At the time, my brother and me, we loved Jar Jar. But now we know he was a racist caricature. Oh look, I guess the shadow but the table doesn't. That's kind of weird. Oh, you can't see the game? What do you want to see the game for? Don't you want to see a close-up of my face while I focus on the game? This is what you missed. Ready? I'll replay it for you. Evocator says, shh, Soul Foundry. We were in here. Alright. And then we walked over here. That's literally all the progress that we made, fortunately. And I entered this room. Now you're caught up. Good gravy. Oh, did I tell you that I watched Star Wars Episode 2 on another plane ride? Attack of the Clones, which I hadn't seen since, oh no, Arrakis, I have glanced at your message. I'm dread reading this. Okay, I watched Attack of the Clones, which I hadn't seen since I saw it in theaters. And it's a pretty bad movie. Man, Anakin Skywalker is so weird and horny and off-putting, that whole movie. It's it's the most unbelievable thing about it, sci-fi and stuff aside, is that Natalie Portman falls in love with him over the course of that movie. Because she needs to just get some kind of a restraining order on that man. Every interaction they have is so upsetting and so creepy and, just off-putting. Oh my god. Araga says, I've recently learned that one of the last Clone Wars episodes has canon Jar Jar fucking? No! And Giant Special says, play the N64 pod racing game. It slaps. I kind of remember it. I think we played it at some point. I think I played it as a kid. And Evocator says, oh boy, it does. Araga says, Attack of the Clones is so bad. Only not the worst Star Wars because Rise of Skywalker exists. Oh yeah! Even like the visual effects are really, really bad. You know, like some of the CGI backgrounds and stuff have really not held up. My God, what an upsetting movie. Masquerade Ball, 1959. Evil Kidder says none of the characterization makes any sense. Lucas greenlit 100 episodes of Clone Wars to try and fix it. Lol. Hey, Pierogi Frenzy, welcome. Says, oh no, not again. Oh yeah! We're doing Bioshock 2. Oh look, wow, that's such a good effect. I'm blown away by the grease effect on this, what do you call this? You know what it is. When I make burgers on it, it's one of these. It's not a skillet, a flat top? I guess so, yeah. It's not a grill. There's a name for this. Evil Kid says, wow, shaders. And Rogi Frenzy says, too bio, too shocked. I'm too shocked. I'm too shocked by the fact that we get so much canned meat. A griddle, that's the word. A griddle, thank you. We can move on. That is that is honestly why I was lingering. Was trying to remember the word griddle. Soulfinder says, flat top is the restaurant term. It isn't a griddle. Oh. Griddles are at home. Griddle at home. Got to griddle at home. And it's not a good griddle.
White is not black, Dr. Lamb. Down is not up. And straw is not gold. Look around you. Rapture is no miracle. It is a product of reason. Impossible unless 1 and 1 are 2, and A equates to A.
No, I don't agree. I'm part of the rabble.
And yet,
How do I not get these voice acting
each
jobs?
man is a prisoner to bias, dream, delusion, or the pain of a phantom limb. To one man, they are as real as rain. Reality is consensus, and the people are losing faith. Take a walk, Andrew. It is raining in Rapture.
No.
You have simply chosen not to notice.
Giant Splodger says Pierogi Frenzy managed to somehow tune into the 2 minutes you were actually playing the game and not talking about something else. We've been playing the game. No, he does. The Pierogi Frenzy doesn't know. They don't need to know. Jess, why would you sell me out like that? We've been playing the game faithfully and earnestly this whole time, going through, making lots of progress. Gamer plays left, right, and center. It's been a whale of a time. Everybody's talking about how good the gaming is. No? I don't... I guess not. Pierogi Frenzy says, hey, I know how this stream works. Somebody says, we are 2 hours into the first 15 minutes of the game. Evocator says, definitely have made more like 5 minutes of progress. We've made progress. Come on, look, we saw the poster that says Atlantic Express, Rapture's fastest way to travel. Okay, how do I fix this? I guess we'll go up here. No, this is where I came from. Okay, we're doing it, so I gotta go over there, behind the train. Welcome to the Atlantic Express! Oh, man. Everybody was the murderer. Brogiford says, between Piotr and Bioshock 2, believe me, the selling point is Piotr? Oh, how could you say that? This game is a miracle. We got what happened to the people.
These people are hooked on some kind of genetic wonder drug called Adam. I've read the word.
Sophia Lamb is using the splicers against you. Most big daddies are like her slaves, guarding the little ones.
How do I...
Someone has
Oh.
awakened you.
How do I change my cool ability? No. Can I telekinesis this? Oh, I got it. I got it. There you go. Solvarni says, favorite bit though is how the stream knows we are going to be completely derailed and we all join because Piotr is so much fun. Oh, it's too nice. I'll pair Pierogi Frenzy on that. And Pierogi Frenzy says, oh, I remember this now. Tenenbaum is from everywhere in Europe, judging by that accent. Yeah, we were disappointed that it wasn't
There is no place for you in
a
paradise.
broad Irish accent again. That's what I want it to be. Q for next plasmid. I was gonna forget that. Welcome to the Circus of Value! Oh, wait. Hack successful. And we got a free item that I don't want. Mmm. Give me some first aid kits. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Pierogi Frenzy says Irish would be O Tenenbaum. True. And Raki says this hacking game is so much better than Bioshock 1. Honestly, just for its brevity. Agreed. It's just nice to just be able to move on with our lives.
In ethical psychiatry,
In ethical psychiatry.
depression,
That's what she sounds like.
panic,
Just trust me on that one.
all responses to ancient selection.
Sometimes if I try to do an English accent, I just go into Matt Berry mode.
Is that this
and I
theory
can't-
is why
I can't help
Ryan's
it.
People invited me here. They mistake my study of natural law for the
It's so
worship of
tempting to just
competition.
do the Matt Berry
Remember,
for every voice.
One must know the beast before it can be slain.
Rex says you would make a great Jackie Daytona, Piotr. Wait, who's Jackie Daytona? Is that his name in that show, The IT Crowd? Wait, hold up. Is that Jackie Daytona costume? Jackie Daytona, coming to get you. Oh yeah, he's the he's from What We Do in the Shadows. Okay. Right, is that his fake persona? No, I'm wrong. Jackie Daytona, who is that? That's not his vampire name, is it? Sim Football Wiki. His alter ego. Okay, it's the fake name he takes from when he moves out west and takes over some bar. I remember that episode, yeah. And Progiffin says that's what we do from What We Do in the Shadows. His alter ego. Have you all seen Toast of London? If you all are Matt Berry fans, just watch the episode of Toast of London with old Mr. 1950s or 60s shows. He works in an ad agency. It's called Mad Men, and his name is John Hamm, the one with John Hamm in it. That's the one you should watch. If you just watch one episode of Toast of London. Or the one where he's buried alive is my second favorite. There you go. Buried Alive or the one with John Hamm. Which has the Buried Alive one has the great line where he leaves a voicemail for someone where he's like, please leave a message. And he says, fuck you, Ed, I've been buried alive! Which I love. Okay. Chance Badger says, I learned that Matt Berry plays the guitar and does the yeah on the theme for Dancing with the Stars? That's so random, really? It's a big mommy. Whoa, don't do that. Whatever you're planning to do. Oh, okay. We're good.
Quickly, head for the elevator.
I actually thought she was going to hit me with that train car, but we're good. Hey. No, quick! I'm out of juice! The bad Fernandos are coming! Stop. Quick, hacking gun. Okay, we're gonna go up again. We're gonna look out for the security camera this time. No, bad Fernando. Okay, he left. So funny says Fernando is legit one of my favorite ABBA songs, and Bad Fernando's needs to be a parody. I write in my spare time now. Do 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 do. Bad Fernando. Anybody see a camera? Oh, is that it? I see it. Son Weisman says, uh-oh, DMCA incoming. Oh, True. Too good of an impression. And Pierogi Frenzy is serenading us in the chat with the lyrics to Fernando, which I cannot repeat for fear, again, of DMCA. Ah. Such a good Fernando. I really like that we released the other Fernando from our service earlier. I think that was really classy. Not to like toot my own horn or whatever, but like toot toot, and also good for us. It's a bop. It is a bop. I think that the see ya. Oh, hilarious. Whoa, 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 she lived! I think the crazy person dialogue in Bioshock is almost as bad as the crazy person dialogue in Borderlands, which I hate. Sylvander says, Muriel's Wedding is a great movie, by the way. All ABBA songs. Giant Smash says, puts you up there with Prospero and also Aladdin. Oh, yeah! Because Prospero released Ariel. Did he? Aladdin definitely released the monkey at the end. And Sylvander says, and Tony Colletti is in it. Khalid? Colletti. I like Colletti better.
Now, here is what
Why
the
is there no
children
elevator
tell me.
music? Big
You
miss.
are a very old Big Daddy.
Oh, here's the,
Bonded
sorry,
for
important
life to a
news.
single little one. When you are apart for too long,
This
your
water bottle
body
doesn't
begins
work,
to
dude.
shut down like a coma. As long as the girl is in the rapture,
Your body
you
begins
are
to shut
trapped
down
here
like
as
a
well.
coma.
The name of your little one is Eleanor Lamb, daughter of Sophia. She is kept at Fontaine Futuristics on the other side of the city. You must go
Okay.
there and save her before it is too late.
Alright, I have a stake here. Araki says both those pronunciations are wrong, lol. And so it says, my friend says it Tony Collette. Okay, Tony Collette, take a big DiMaggio. Tony Colletti, take a big DiMaggio. I can do that, I'm Italian, it's okay. It's not offensive when I do it. But when you do it, it's a terrible war crime. But when I do it, it's fine. On one it says release the monkey lol. Tony Colletti eats the spaghetti. Oh, it is good to make fun of Italians, isn't it? It feels good, it feels right. You got special ammo. Press middle button to change ammo type. No, I don't think I will. But good to know. Can I... Did they tell me how to fix this and I didn't listen? Oh, I can just pick them up. Oh, it's like picking up a scorpion off your wall. Did you know that? If there's a scorpion on your wall, you can just pick it up. Don't do that. If there's a scorpion on your wall, don't pick it up. But anyway, I don't know where that came from. Don't do it. We need to get back on track. Come, bite the apple in Eve's garden. Evocator says, Piotr, you should add a new light snacks redeemable. Oh, I do want to rework them. What's the suggestion? I've been saying since January that we were going to rework them, and I just have not done that yet. Brogy Friend says, my daughter said spaghetti for the first time today, and she said Sisketty. And I was like, yes, that's correct. An underknown fact about spaghetti is any pronunciation is correct. I'm gradually settling into his road.
We are gaining steam again.
I thought we could save at this typewriter because I forgot this isn't a Resident Evil game.
Big Daddy defends the girl, but
Sam the Geek says, Piotr, go in the manager office. Is that
like a
this?
sheepdog who wanders off.
Evocator says, 1,000 light snacks. Tony Colletti eats a spaghetti. Tony Colletti eats a big spaghetti. That is a good one, actually. That's a good... I'm actually going to write that down. Oh, I have a huge pile of books and Wii games here. I forgot. Yes, oh, what do I have written here? Yo Noid 2 is written on this postcard. And by postcard, I mean a sticky note. I don't know what anything is today. Okay, what am I writing down? Tony Collette eats a spaghetti. Is this going to be used as evidence against me later? Tony Collette eats a big spaghetti. And now, I'll remember that. Because otherwise, I don't know if you all know this, but sometimes my brain receives information, but it just washes off of it. Like if you imagine like dripping water or like pouring a glass of water onto waterproof boots, that's like the information off of my brain. So it's important for me to write things down if it's crucial to be remembered. Seven Geek says we need couch co-op recommendations. Oh, you want to go to Steam and look at some couch co-op games? Let's do it. I got some suggestions. Do they need to be so they need to be played on one machine, right? That makes it couch co-op. He asked stupidly. Let's see what we got here. Because I've got a category for co-op games. Collapse all collections. Sorry, we're looking at Steam now. That's what we're doing right now. Evocator says, just charge us for your normal distractions. Like seeing a Wii game where Piotr finds a weird comic from the bottom of a large box or something. It's a good idea. And Unwatched says, It Takes Two is pretty great if you haven't played it already. Oh, I heard good things. Okay, co-op games. Let's see what we got. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. I haven't played, but I've heard about it. And someone says, I just looked it up. It is not Coletti. It is Colette. Ah, dang. Rex says, I want to play It Takes Two. Okay, here's the ones I've got. Any of the Dark Pictures games, those are going to be good. Including the one with where they're on the mountain, with the first one with Rami Malek in it. I forget the name, but you can find it out. The Dark Pictures, Kingdom 2 Crowns. That's not. A lot of these are not really local co-op. Monaco, you shouldn't play. Any of the Overcooked games are good, but I would actually suggest for local co-op, instead of Overcooked, you should play Played Up, which is like Overcooked if it was also a roguelike. Have you seen this game? This looks really cool. I want to play this at some point. So you like build out your kitchen and stuff. So like you're placing where all the griddles and the chopping board and the ingredients and stuff are like between each round. I think Played Up is a good co-op game. That's my recommendation. Rex says Snipper Clips if you have a Switch. Human Fall Flat, also good. I streamed Human Fall Flat, not as co-op, but as single player, long ago on Facebook Live, if you'll believe it, in like 2015 probably, or 2016. But I've played Human Fall Flat. It is very good. Although I don't think, I can't speak to the co-op. So it says, Overcook induced fury for people who have ever worked in a restaurant. Oh, okay. And Rex says, also, I think a Switch exclusive. Good job. Also, I think a Switch exclusive. Good job, which I haven't played. Broken Frenzy says, you'll do anything to not play Bioshock 2. I'll play it. I'll get around to it. Let me just stretch. And then I got to do 45 more things, then we'll play. Look, my recommendation, what was it? Played Up is my recommendation. There you go. If you want something more story-focused, maybe, I'll think about it. Can I say Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles again? That game's pretty good in co-op. Raki says, let me just stretch and look around the room for anything else I can talk about instead of Bioshock. I would never. What is here, though? Did I show you guys the Pot of Greed mug? I think I did, right? Talking of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Oh, that's a good thing in this room. Just get up like an old man. It's not going to show up on the green screen is the only thing. But is it going to be invisible? Oh no, yeah, there it is. It's the Pot of Greed. And I got this when they first came out because it's like a limited run. It came with a little numbered card and stuff. The thing is not numbered, which kind of sucks. That would have been better. But it came with a little card that's like, this is number whatever of whatever. Someone says, I need that mug. I would never drink from it. Yeah, I haven't used it either, but I need it. But the thing is, I don't think they sold out because, my God, they've been hanging around for like 2 years maybe now. Maybe only a year. I don't know. They're still for sale. They obviously made more of them than were ever sold so far, even though it was supposed to be a limited run. And so I think you can get them kind of discounted from whatever the Yu-Gi-Oh store website is. Giants Badger says, how did you get into this? I'm going to play... Sam McGee says, I thought we skipped straight to Infinite. Giants Badger says, how did you get into this? I'm going to play all the Bioshock games. Why are you doing this to yourself? Do you owe someone money? Someone says, don't you dare. He needs a story he won't watch or listen to. Because this is why. This is why. Because I always wanted to play these games. I know they're supposed to be good. To me, it's like it's like an essential, like a touchstone in gaming that I want to experience the Bioshock games. And the only way that I play games anymore, this is true. This actually is true. Basically, the only way I play games anymore is on stream. Streaming has made me unable to play a game off of stream. So if we're gonna play it, we gotta do it on stream. I have a whole category in Steam, which is now closed, but it's called Finish Off Stream, which is like games we started, like Scarlet Nexus or whatever, that I never finished on stream, that I'm like, oh, I'll finish that later. I haven't touched a single one of those. So we gotta do it. If we're gonna play the Bioshock games, we gotta play them on stream. That's why we're doing this. This is why I've created this weird purgatory for myself. And Progy Frenzy says student loans. If it says he owes Ken Levine money for mysterious reasons, they're not that mysterious. You know, you gotta pay to play. Tim the Geek says, it seems to me like you're not enjoying it. I am. Look at how much fun I'm having. Watch me have some fun. There you go. That was a successful hack. That was easy. Soulfighter says, boom, Piotr has spoken. We are doing this and we are gonna do it together. Are y'all ready? My body is Reggie. And Progy Friend says, IMHO System Shock was way more touchstony than Bioshock. Oh yeah, we should play System Shock also. Arax says, your job is to try to make yourself play Bioshock, and our job is to try to distract you. Seems about right. What do I need? Health kits? Giant Spider says, watch me have some fun. Immediately opens hacking minigame, which is well known to be my favorite part of these games. Nevocator says, the System Shock remake is coming. I would play that. I used to watch my older brother, play the original System Shock. Why am I bringing this up? Because my sister and I would watch my brother play the original System Shock, and my sister was also watching me play Dead Space at the same time, and we all agreed System Shock is a much scarier game than Dead Space. Much creepier, much scarier. I don't know, I haven't played the remake of Dead Space, but presumably it's the same. So yeah, eat it, Dead Space. I like Dead Space. We should play it someday, but not as scary as System Shock. We should play System Shock when the remake comes out. In conclusion, I'm playing Bioshock 2 today. Watch me pick up these rivets. Oh, I had the wrong one. Soulfighter says we only have 10 minutes left. We need to get him to a save point. Oh my god, are there save points in this game? I forgot about that. Wait, do I have to save? Save. Let's... new save. Let's not forget to do that. And Raka says, wait, I just noticed that I have a new button on Twitch that I'm going to try. Uh-oh. This seems ominous, but okay. Okay, you're apparently going to be notified later that I used the hype emoji just now. Okay. Oh, it probably will show me in, the analytics, right? There's so much. I mean, some anonymous person used it. There's so much Twitch stuff that I don't understand. One time we started a hype train. I don't know what that was. People do raids and stuff. It hasn't happened for a long time, but occasionally someone will raid me. We should figure out how to raid other people too, and pick people that we like to raid. But I don't know how to do any of that, man. I'm just an old man. Look at me. There's a shark. I don't know this Twitch, TikTok, YouTube shenanigans. I don't know about any of these websites.
So we can speak face to face.
Press the button so we can speak fake to fakes. Is she also a fake woman? A fake Russian? Like the other guy was a fake Irishman? Oh, that's her. Brogy Friend says, the look of gaming ecstasy when you picked up those rivets. Mwah, chef's kiss. This is why we play games. Someone says, I didn't see anything. We'll figure it out together. Rex says, it doesn't actually show up anywhere except for anonymous after stream feedback according to the pop-up. I'm not sure what the point of it is. I don't know why it says, I'm just an old man. There's a shark. It's correct. She's got a lot of kids, huh? This is Subject Delta. No.
Without soul or sympathy.
I have those things.
It is a beast apart. And as family, we must tear out its jaw and drive it back into the sea.
I'm too old for these video games.
Lem will take this place apart to fight.
I only know how to watch.
Splicers until we escape.
I only know how to watch feature themes. What was themes? Was it films? I forgot. Illiterate. Just illiteracy. I actually think she said Freems. Yeah, it's gonna say you trying to say films. It's fine. I'm using the wrong thing. Oh, there's the thing. Okay, check this out. Easy. Easy. Okay, we got Fernando's. Brogy Francis Gaming! Oh, we can do it! I'm one of those fake gamers that everybody talks about. You know the ones. You know what would be a good name for a soda? Hoplite. Hoplite would be a good name for a soda. Like the Roman guys or Greek guys. Hoplite soda. I would drink it. Oh no, my trill's out of fuel! Rex says you're pretty good at this game when we're not distracting you with bullshit. And Evocator says, Misa loved a feature frames. Rex says it would be a good beer because of hops, maybe. That is true. It would be a better beer name. Hoplite. Misa love Hoplite. One of the things I want to add as a redeemable for light snacks is like an ad read for Jamba Juice. Which is something that we thought of adding to the stream before. It's like a joke. And I wrote up a whole script for like what the Jamba Juice ad read would be. And it wasn't funny at all, but I think we could give it another... I think with another pass, we could make it actually be good.
I think you and I can do business.
Rex says you should create a new theme day. In addition to New Game Wednesday, you should have actually played the video game Tuesday. Just shut your mouth Tuesday. Sullivan says, best Jamba, Vanilla Blue Sky. I had Jamba Juice recently, actually, for the first time in years. But I gotta try Vanilla Blue Sky. Because I always just have Mango A Go-Go. Mango A Go-Go by Jamba Juice. Which I really like. But, you know, I gotta step outside my comfort zone. Try some Vanilla Blue Sky. I'll keep that in mind. I'll report back to you. There's one at the mall near my house. I guess that's true of every single living person on Earth. Probably has a Jamba Juice in the mall near their house. But, you know, me too.
Her splicers destroyed my submersible and forced me to run. But the ticket booth here is secure. And though I cannot trust him, Sinclair is a valuable ally.
Araka says you could gamify it. Have some sort of minute since we distracted Piotr on screen. We can all bet on how long you're actually going to play. We're playing. Look, it's a game. There's a picture of a violin. And Rocky Friend says tonight is a true descent into madness. It's not that bad. Rex says maybe this is just making the chat too adversarial. Evocator says say the Jamba Juice commercial in a different weird accent could be a fun one. That could be good. It would give me a chance to you know, stretch out my voice acting chop limbs. And so far he says Orange Dream Machine is the best Jamba, but I cannot consume dairy without death anymore. That happens to a lot of people. My brother's the same way, you know. He used to be able to eat dairy, and now he only does like lactose-free milk. He can't stomach it anymore. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I've definitely heard of that being something that changes for people over time. And Araki says, I was thinking more like if you actually want to actually play the game, you have to trick chat into encouraging you to play it instead of the opposite somehow. Oh, I see, like we're trying to get a high score, not we're trying to get a low score. Oh, am I supposed to go on this train? I don't know what's happening in this game. I'll be real with you. And Progy Friend says, yeah, I've become lactose intolerant. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not, you know, if you can drink milk now, I guess is the moral of the story, enjoy it. Because one day you might become intolerant. Giants Badger says, Chad does not want Piotr to play the games. Chad just wants to bully Piotr. It is Chad's purpose. So he says, I'm 100% allergic. It is hell. No pills help. Oh, dang. We're going to save the game after whatever happens here. And we're going to wrap up for today. But let's see what we're doing here. There's a lot of junk on my desk, huh?
Whoa there.
Whoa there.
Unless you're aiming to dash yourself against that glacier up ahead.
I'm open to it. Wait, am I actually supposed to do something? No, I have no control. Okay. Pierogi Friendly said, I told my toddler Tata can't drink milk. Oh, like you, can't drink milk, and it blew her mind? Oh, that's so sad. Rex says, maybe there's a day specifically for not playing the game, then we would want to bully him into it. That's something I've thought about too. Trying to do like just chatting streams or something else. I don't think I'm interesting enough of a person to support. I think you need to be interesting or beautiful, and I'm not really either of those things. So I don't know if it would really work, but it's something we could try. The other thing I'd want to try is like an IRL stream where we do like some activity, you know, in real life, like building some little miniatures or something and chatting. That might be fun. Something to think about. Somebody says, Piotr, you're both interesting and beautiful. Too kind. I don't deserve it. Well, tell you what. Let's save the game here because we're right at a good save point. And what's the other thing? Because it's time. Chance Veg says, mani painting. Program says, Soul Value +1. And RX says, everyone could bring their own Lego to the chat. That would be kind of cool, actually. Like a nice Lego build. And you know, I've got all these. I just got them out the other day. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I swear this is the last thing we're going to go get. Okay, what am I trying to say? I know we're trying to wrap up here, but I just want to do it. Jazz Matches, I think we were mostly here for the random segues, TBH. So when I was a younger man in the year 2017, I got really into the game Lego Dimensions for some reason, but I was like super hot on it and then super out on it. And I missed Evocator saying Yoda voice. Enjoy the flavor of bananas and mangoes, you will. I gotta learn to do the Yoda voice. Anyway, what I'm trying to say. I'm out of breath. I just ran to the other room. I bought a bunch of Lego Dimensions things that I never opened. So I've got like the Back to the Future ones here. You can't see them. But I've got just a whole bunch of Lego Dimension boxes around. That could be fun to build. Begun the smoothie wars have. We'll work on it. We'll workshop it. Anyway, that's Lego Dimensions. Maybe we'll build some Legos. Maybe we'll paint some minis. Something to think about. Whew. Man, what a day. We started playing Bioshock 2. If you... Let's wrap up. If you watched any of this stream live tonight, if you were hanging out, this has been a fun one, huh? Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for being in chat. And if you... What's the other thing you could do? If you watch this video on YouTube or as a recording, thank you so much for watching that way, too. I'm going to read chat real quick. Pierogi Friend says, I knew you in 2017. I had no idea this part of you existed. Rex said, started being the operative word. Somebody says, Piotr is the best streamer of all time. Too nice, too nice. What I'm trying to say is, this was a lot of fun today. However you watched, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you later.